Hey, good morning everybody. It is about 8:30, my check-in time today. Very gentlemanly like. It is busy at the airport. At least busy on the ramp. Look at that. I'm actually going out of Delta 7 again, which is right on the corner on the D gate, so pretty happy about that. Hey, Maximus. Yeah, this is the good thing about being actually not even a pilot, just working at the airport. If you're an airplane geek, kind of like me, just all the airplanes, man, that's cool. Just being able to go to work and be around things that you like, you know, it doesn't make it work. And especially, you know, flying airplanes, like I'm blessed to do, and you guys soon will be. Most of you are. It's just awesome. So, soak it in. Okay, it's time to go to work. Let's go. We're going to Ontario today, then over to Denver, back to Phoenix, and then Ontario. Really short legs today, and it should be nice. Nice day of flying. West Coast flying. All right, let's go.
Get it that I'm never going back. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up.
What? We get to fly a MAX today. Isn't that awesome?
That is awesome.
You notice how I jumped in the left seat? Just, you know, trying to make myself feel a little bit more comfortable when that day comes. Anyways, yeah, we're in a MAX today. Just for the two legs, we're gonna head out to Ontario, fly it over to Denver, and then after that, we're gonna give up the airplane. And we'll grab a 700, which is just normal NG 700, and fly that back to Phoenix, and then over into Ontario like we talked about before. But always nice when you get to fly a MAX. I actually love this airplane a lot. It is very smooth, very quiet. I've actually flown in the back. I went to Kona, 175 seats here in the back. Pro tip, right? You know, everybody has their deal on where they want to sit in the airplane. You know, what's the safest, what's this or that. For me, it's what's the most comfortable as far as you know, seats and all that. They're all pretty much comfortable, but where in the location am I going to be? When I'm deadheading, I actually like to be in the exit row seats right in front of the exit row. So I'm right here. Twofold on that. Number one, you're quickest to help aid in an evacuation if you use the overwing hatches. So I kind of like to be a little bit closer to that. Number two, they're usually adults that are sitting behind you, so you don't get the seats getting kicked. I know, yep. But one of my favorites, and I've done this several times, when especially going on a long trip, we went to Kona like I said, is right back here. Either this seat or this one right here, because there's no one behind you. But another pro tip, if you're going on a long flight and it's not very full, typically we try to keep these seats available for our flight attendants, just because you know, it just has professional courtesy. I mean, as passengers, obviously you guys sit wherever you want, but for longer flights, we tend to keep these rows open. That way the flight attendants have a space to kind of sit down, have a tray to eat and all that good stuff. So it's a little bit of a crew rest area for them if we can do it. Otherwise, they sit right here. This is their jump seat. So this is it. Imagine, right? You do your service, you come back, and then this is where you sit to, you know, your crew rest area. So there's another set over here too. Sometimes you'll see, especially on our airline, you'll have pilots fly here sometimes. If it's open and everything else is full, the jump seats may be full up front, we can audible back here if there's space. And then you know, the unwritten rule is if there's a flight attendant trying to commute, because they can't commute in the cockpit, this is their only availability other than an open seat in the back. So that's kind of just the unwritten rule, right? We gotta make sure we take care of our flight attendants out there too. So anyways, this is it. Just wanted to show you. Obviously I got here early. The airplane is completely empty. All right guys, a lot of you are getting hired by the regional airlines. It is your first airline out there. You're super excited and I'm excited for you. Let's talk about jump seat etiquette, right? I had a couple you know, recently jump seaters that were absolutely brand new, and right, there's no etiquette pamphlet anywhere, and I was the same way. I didn't know how to jump seat. I just, hey, I got a seat in the back maybe, or up front, I don't know. So let's go over jump seat etiquette, right? So you're gonna talk to, if it's our airline, you're gonna talk to our ops agents who are up front. Actually, take that back. You're gonna talk to our CSAs, our customer service agents at the gate. You're gonna ask a request to ride the jump seat. If there's a seat available, they may put you on the list. They're gonna check your credentials up there. Then you're gonna check in with the ops agent who runs the gate, and he's the one that scans everybody in. He does weight and balance, so he needs to know that you're in the jump seat. So once you do that, set yourself off to the side, not in the way of our passengers. Wait until he makes eye contact with you and waves you forward. Typically, you'll go either after our special assistance customers, or he may have you go on first to check in with the captain. So once you get your okay to come down the jetway, come on into the airplane. You'll be greeted by the A flight attendant, who is typically right here. You just check in with them, obviously respectful as always. I don't have to tell you guys that, but you know, just check in with the A flight attendant. Let him or her know that you are jump seating and requesting the jump seat from the captain. They should walk out of the way, give you space to walk in here. Captain will typically be over here. If it's me, I'm gonna be eating my breakfast burrito, which I sure did bring. So I'll probably be gnawing on it and like, But in any case, all kidding aside, basically you're just requesting the jump seat from the captain. So have your credentials ready, so your badge, and if he needs it, he's gonna have, you know, to ride the jump seat, you're gonna need your pilot credentials as far as your ATP and a current medical. You just grab your badge, you check in. Sir, my name is Tom. I'm with Airline X, and I am requesting to ride your jump seat if you're okay with that. Or something like that, right? The premise is that it's not a right, it's a privilege, and it's the captain's privilege to allow you to ride on that jump seat. So you're handing him the credentials, he'll check it, make sure you're checked in. Obviously they checked you in up front to ensure that you are a real pilot or crew member, and you're in the system that grants you access to the cockpit jump seat. So he'll do a final check of that, he'll make sure that you're good to go. We have a jump seat card that you will pull out and just review. It goes over our jump seat safety items. Number one, how to pull this jump seat out. Oh, there we go. Talks about emergency equipment, the evacuation, baggage storage, all that stuff. So again, if you're new, review those safety items. It's there. Obviously, you're gonna have to know how to get out of the airplane in case the unfortunate thing happens and you know, get off the airplane. So also oxygen mask for you right over here. There's another mask in there in case you need it, and that's pretty much it. So thank them for the ride at the end of the flight. You know, again, just trying to get you to work. We extend that courtesy to all the airlines out there. There's a list of people who can jump seat, but if you are in that position where you need to, you know, you're at your first airline, you're super happy. You know, I was there and I was commuting to Oakland, so so I live in Phoenix. I would request a jump seat if there's if the back was full, and that's how you do it. At the end of the flight, just again thank him for the opportunity to be on the jump seat and getting yourself to work. And when the door opens, you just wait your turn, and you know, once the passengers, there's a hole there, you break out over there and head on there. One last thing I didn't talk about it, baggage storage. Okay, so back here, you're gonna put your bags in one of these seats. Obviously, the first rows, you want to keep these baggage storage areas available for our customers. There is one, where it says crew use only. Okay guys, the A flight attendant at our airline, I'm not sure what they call them on other airlines, but the lead flight attendant is in charge of this. If the lead flight attendant says, hey, go ahead and stow your bag up here, go ahead and put your bag in here. Otherwise, find another baggage bin to stow your gear, and then come up into the cockpit and take your place. But anyways, when you leave, the reason why I bring that up is you're probably gonna have to wait until, you know, there's a break in the action for you to go grab your bag, and then you know, obviously thank the flight attendants as well, and then you're off. So there you go. there's the jump seat etiquette, at least kind of how I do it. I'm sure guys can comment down below, tell me what you think, what I left out, what you guys like to see when commuters are on your jump seat. So, all right, I'm gonna go out, do the walk around, get the airplane ready. Obviously, I'm here super early, and that way I can leisurely go about my business, right? It's not hair on fire, it's chill. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. And there you go. Pre-flight of a MAX. All right, now here we go, back in the cockpit. You know, Captain and I were just talking about some of the questions is now a good time to start training. You know, we've had that in the past and we've talked about it, but we were just talking about, no kidding, would it be a good time because of all the hiring going on? The answer would be yes. I mean, well, this is Captain Sean.
How you doing?
And we were just talking about that, and you know, just for nothing other than, hey, we're going to be hiring a lot here at this airline. All the other airlines are hiring, and you know, what that's going to do to the regional airline market or the corporate market parts of the world. It's going to really hurt them, right? So, Sean, what's your opinion?
Absolutely, now's a fantastic time to get into aviation. I was just telling Ernie, I was downstairs reading an article about the commuters reaching out to Congress trying to get a lift on the 1,500-hour minimum requirement to get hired. And I don't know if that's going to happen, but if it does, it's certainly going to create a big void and be a great time to get into aviation.
Yeah, I think so. So if that does get lifted, obviously it's going to help the regional airline market more, but it's going to decimate the flight instructor market, right? So who's going to train the next set of aviators coming up? It needs flight instructors. So if you start your career now, obviously, you know, who knows what can happen in the future, and right, we can't predict it. We don't have a crystal ball, or else I'd have the lottery ticket numbers, or I would have invested in Tesla like way back
Long time ago.
Long time ago.
Or Netflix.
Or Netflix, yeah, several. Never take investment advice from a pilot though. But yeah, invest in yourself. If you're thinking about joining this career, there's going to be a shortage all the way up the pipe. And again, with the regional airlines trying to go after that 1,500-hour rule, all that means is they're going to be able to pull up flight instructors earlier. All that means is they're going to be a big need for flight instructors because it's just a domino effect. So if you're thinking about doing it, highly check out a lot of the programs out there. Obviously, I'm big on the Destination 225 program. Go on the website, southwest.com/Destination 225, Google Destination 225. Lots of information there. It takes you from basically zero time all the way through with the end goal of being back here in this seat here at Southwest. So that's my plug for Destination 225. I'm a big believer in it. And if you don't do that, or if you're researching, obviously do all your own research and pick the school that's best for you. But the bottom line is there's going to be a big shortage, and if you're thinking about an airline career, I don't think this could be any better of a time to start that journey. So, all right, guys, we're going to get everything ready, and we'll see you in Ontario.
The next day.
All right, guys. As you know, pilots like free food. Don't run away. Don't run away. Here, our pilot lounge we have some free food here, just because of all the lack of food on the road. Our company has given us food. So here is what you have to select from. There's also a fridge in here, which we have some snacks, stuff like that. So super awesome. But again, if you're a pilot, you don't pass up free food. So, and if you're a cheap captain like Sean,
Right.
you definitely don't pass up free food.
Never.
Never.
Never tastes good, but hey.
That's right. All right, guys, we'll see you at the gate. Well, it was my landing.
Yes, excellent one at that.
He's lying. It's all right. He's winning the landing competition. But anyway, sorry I didn't get a chance to show you the route and everything that we're going to do before we left, because I was actually learning how to fill the engine up with oil. So we needed oil. I was walking by doing my pre-flight walk around, and mechanic asked if I wanted to do the oil. And I said, yeah, I'd like to see that. So I ended up doing that. But I'll show you guys what we did do. Took off out of there on the Storm 1, I believe it is, to Tucson. Via is the point that we change over to go to Mazatlan Center. Change over there, cruise it on down. We did get kind of a little bit of a direct, and from here we actually did this arrival, the Oberg 1 Bravo. So out of here, there was a little bit of weather right here, so we actually went around to get onto the RNAV and re-intercepted it, came back in, taxied in to gate number 14, if we look right here, so down Alpha and into 14. There you go. We got about, the good thing about doing international is once we have everybody, we can leave. So we can leave as early as we want. It's the last leg, we're going home and we're done, so we're gonna try to get everybody on board and head out of here early. That is it. Last leg home. It is going to be Sean's leg, so we'll see how his landing is back there. He's
Another good landing coming.
Yeah. He's batting it out of the park, so we'll see.
We'll see. Wow. Well, you beat this one up, so she don't get.
Yeah, I did. I beat it up, so I took the bad landing. Hey guys, we got the headsets on. We're gonna grab our clearance back to Phoenix. We do it the old school way here, right?
Yes, we do.
All right. And we got both of us listening just in case we mess that up. And remember the assist on the clearance when you're in another country. Sometimes the accents and all that stuff get a little wonky and you miss it. So always good to have two.
I'm here for you.
All right, here we go.
Clearance delivery Southwest 1299 requesting clearance to Phoenix.
Southwest 1299, clear to Phoenix Airport via Bob D 1 Bravo departure. Bob D, Uniform Tango 4, Lima Mike Mike, Uniform Juliet 3, Hotel Mike Oscar, Juliet 92, Villa, and Resas 5. Plan to maintain flight level 190 until further advice. Expect 400 at final. Departure frequency 119.0, squawk 3276.
Okay, Southwest 1299, we're clear to Phoenix via the Bubkey 1 Bravo. Upper Tango 4 to Lima Mike Mike, Upper Juliet 3 to Hotel Mike Oscar, Juliet 92 to Villa. As filed, we'll climb 190 until further advised. Flight level 400 as a final, and 119.0 for departure, 3276 for squawk.
With the correct Southwest 1299 to leave the RAM contact on 134.1. Good day.
We'll contact rep on 134.1, Southwest 1299.
All right, it's pretty easy because it's pretty much. Oops, filed. Yeah, it's pretty much as filed. So basically, the Bopti 1 Bravo departure. So if we look on here, we've got SIDS, Bopti 1 Bravo, and this is what we're doing basically out here to turn to PR 551. That's 200 knots at or above 5,000 feet. And then PR 552. And then from there we'll go to Bob D. And then flight plan route. Upper Tango 4 is from here, and then I'll plug it into our JEP FD Pro. Then we'll take a look at the route, and then Sean and I will talk about it. Make sure we've got everything together. We're climbing to 190 and 40. Is going to be our final altitude. He did get the squawk in there, and departure frequency of 119.0. So pretty easy one. Back to Phoenix. Going to be about 2 hours and 12 minutes, and should be a nice ride. There's a little bit of weather, as you can see, starting to build, but we kind of flew around it on the way in. It's inland primarily, and we're going to be going out towards the coast and then heading up the coast, so shouldn't affect us too much. But that's the clearance, heading back to Phoenix. Oh, hey.
Hey, I'm here.
We're here. Anyways, I will have to say that Sean's final landing was about as good as my landing at Oakland, or Ontario.
It was a little better.
It was a little better?
A little better.
I think
it's touchdown.
I think it was about the same, actually. Same deal. Here was what we did out of here. You guys saw it up here, up the coast, and then on into Phoenix. This is the point that we talked to Albuquerque, and we did the ping. We try to get when you're coming in for an international, we obviously park at the international gate, which is Bravo 23. But we got denied. But we did get 25 right, and then we taxied up Tango, Bravo, Romeo, and then into our gate. So that was nice of them. And this is it, the end of the 2-day. Need to thank Sean for being such a good sport. It's always good to fly with dudes that you enjoy flying with, and having a little competition here and there. So I concede that I lost the landing deal. So,
But it does get an A for effort.
yes, A for effort. I tried really hard. So anyways, guys, hey, thanks again for watching. We'll see you again next week. Take care. Have a good day.